Hello, friends. It's Ananda Rose. Welcome. And for those of you watching on Light Language Messenger, you're very welcome here as well. Well, friends, I am doing an update of the channel today, and I'm going to tell you about some new things that are coming up, but also remind you about the 343 series that Kirsty Marie and I are running on Sunday, the 15th of June. And I thought I might then conclude with a light language transmission, but with a specific concept in mind. And I thought that I would bring in a card from the Akashic Tarot. Yes. So before we get to all of that, let's do a clearing. I'm just using a throat chakra spray here. I don't know, I felt like it was a throat chakra day today that we needed to balance the throat chakra for some reason. I did radio today, and I've just come back from radio about half an hour ago, and I've had my dinner, and I thought I need to do this recording. I attempted doing it earlier today, and I didn't like the feel of that recording, and I thought, well, I'll come back from radio and I'll do it. And so here we are. I'm sitting now in the evening, and so that's why the light is like that and all of that. So I just wanted to explain that. So, friends, we sprayed. Let's do a clearing. Hormachane te verlo tutbachute. Tutbachole met slurnuts away at not so rolametse. What's the fanigheid? Sulabachashofo. We'll use some incense for all of you. We could do this. So we're being cleared, being balanced, being brought into this space of now, aligning everything else that's happened before now. Just take a breath. Yerma tuto rot mati to franat ke ferat ne fora no to urma khayna to fanet ne to atayato urma khayat metayato welcome teams of light. Welcome teams of light of every person that will watch this video. Welcome teams of light. Of Rose. All of you that are always here, let us all join together, all our teams of light, and all of us as we join together, as we listen, as we receive the energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael, legions of angels, and the deep blue dragons. Well, friends, I thank you. Take a moment, take a sip of water if that's what's available to you. Let's turn off musician's mode so that we can not pick up all the surrounding sounds. So today, I would like to say, I just want to give you feedback about a few things. Firstly, thank you to all of you that are new on the channels, both Light Language Messenger and Ananda Rose. So much love and light to all of you, and we're glad you're here and welcome, and that you resonate with what's going on these channels. Thank you to Karen Jewett, because she has been bringing in these little light language renditions. And sometimes she's toning, and she's working with the elements and the elementals, both the elements and the elementals. Okay. And just bringing in some beautiful light language and toning. I know that many people are loving that, because when I think about the number of views that it's getting, so it's really good. Last time I spoke on the channel, I mentioned that we had one of her videos, little video clips, was distorted on Ananda Rose and not so on Light Language Messenger. And I said I'd written to YouTube, and I think at that time they'd given me some feedback that they'd asked for more information, and I provided that, and I was waiting for them to come back to it. And then they came back to me and they said, "Well, actually, we've done we've had a look into it. Nothing's wrong with the file." And interestingly enough, every time I played that it gave me that problem. And if I thought it was prone to just my devices, then that would be one thing. But all of the people who watched it heard it that way that I know of. So this is why I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway, they have said to me though that when I do these uploads, I need to turn off the auto dubbing option. That was the solution to it. I don't know if I'll be doing that, but because I put up other things and there's been no problems with it. But I just wanted to give you a feedback on it. That was where we're at with it. Okay, that's fine. The other thing is, coming up on Sunday is the 343 series. This is June's 343 series. It starts on Sunday, the 15th of June at 7 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. It is called Reducing Overwhelm with Sensory Integration. Couldn't read my own writing, my own handwriting. So, yeah, Reducing Overwhelm with Sensory Integration. Customary is going to be doing kinesiology because she's a kinesiologist or a kinesiology practitioner. And often she will do a guided meditation process. And I will be doing the light language. The combination of it is really something beautiful. Often we talk about the themes, we talk about what we're going to, basically what our themes are. And then when we come together, even though we might not have had like a rehearsal of it, because we do not do rehearsal of this actually, because it's what's coming through the intuition most of the time. She's obviously preparing what she needs to, but when it comes to the light language, I can only go with what I tune into and go from that platform of guidance. And then we run and I do it. And then when we come together, it's interesting how what she was planning and what I'm planning all aligns. And that is why it's so beautiful. Now, I know we talk about people being highly sensitive. And if you're like that, then you can have a lot of benefit from this. But I want to say that everybody can have benefit from this. We are all sensitive to a point. We all have something that makes us look like we're hypersensitive about one thing or the other, right? So please register for it with the link in the description box if you feel this is something you would like to do, it resonates with you. Because really, come along and find out how incredible that is. So the 343 series is what? 3 weeks of a workshop every week. So this one starts on the 15th, the next one's on the 22nd, and the next one is the last one's on the 29th. We do it in 3 weeks, like a block of 3 weeks, if you can call it that. And we do them for like 1 hour and 15 minutes. It is a recorded event for the people that register for it. It's not going to be something we will later on sell on the website. You can register for it on the website, ananda-rose.com, ananda-rose.com or ananda-rose.com. Click on services and you'll see it there. All right. And you register for it. It will give you more details about each week what we're covering. Right. So that's the 343 series. Last time when I did the video, I said I had 2 books I wanted to talk about, and I run out of time because I've already been talking for a long time, and I said I'd do it in this. And so here it is. I'm going to do it today. The book I'm currently reading, or I've been reading for the last maybe 3 months, is The Reality Revolution by Brian Scott. Now, I don't know Brian Scott personally. I've had no interactions with him as such. I have not requested for him to be interviewed on Ananda Rose. So I just need to say right off the bat, I am not promoting his book because I have an arrangement with him. I need to clarify that. Okay. So there you go. But I wanted to say this book. Now, if you don't know who Brian Scott is and the Reality Revolution, you're going to have to find out, my friends, because it's an awesome channel on YouTube. And right now, he's been doing so many of these activation every day he does an activation, a live event, which is an activation event or a meditation, or is reading something, right, out of Daniel Scranton's channelings or books or whatever, right? Brian Scott, I think, channels his own collective too. He does have a recording with his own collective. Coming back to the book, The Reality Revolution. I've read many books about shifting the mind space and the timelines and going to the fifth dimension. And I'm recommending The Reality Revolution. Why? Because it's got enough information here to be mind-blowing. I find that some books I have to read them. I like reading. I'm old-fashioned. I like holding a book in my hand and reading it rather than reading it on a screen. I feel I get more out of it. I have more connection to that book, right? This book I borrowed out of the library. Then I had to return it, and then I marked the page, and I hadn't finished it, so I marked the page in my head. I said, oh, I've got to go back to start again with page 259 or something. Then it came back, and I'd requested for it, and then it came back sooner than I expected, and so I got it. And then when I got it, I thought, oh, I think I'm over it. I'm not going to read this book. And then something happened, and I don't know what that was, that sort of got me to pick up the book again. And then I thought, oh gosh, I'm so glad I did, because the actual chapter about shifting your reality, I think, is chapter 8 or 9. And it is something to be held. It's 9. It's chapter 9. Yeah, I just thought, wow, this is the prosperity revolution. The chapter's called the prosperity revolution. It's something else, but you do need to read everything else leading up to that chapter 9. You can't just go to chapter 9 and it goes. But I love how he spoke about the breath. He spoke about doing taking care of your physical body, like doing some qigong and different things. He then talked about the ultimate chakra. He referred to it refers to it with the Sanskrit word, the Bindu Chakra, this one. And I would really love to connect more with my Bindu Chakra based on what he's talking about it here. So, because the Bindu Chakra, I feel like as soon as that chakra is active, balanced, and open, then we will, because it connects to the crown, it connects to the third eye, then we will have a greater understanding of how we navigate life now in this time and space. And, at the moment, for me, I have my challenges like many other people, and I want to be living in a higher timeline. And I'm thinking the Bindu Chakra, well, also major, is the answer. So I've got to do a little bit of research, but I'm recommending this. I don't know, there's a bit of a magic in the way this book is written. The expression. I don't know if Brian Scott has any science in his background, but some of it is kind of scientific, the way he describes it. Right. He mentions Dr. Joe Dispenza a lot. And of course, we love Dr. Joe Dispenza. I do, anyway. If you're thinking you want to shift your reality, these are the people that you might want to check into and see if you resonate with it. Right, that's there. Next book is the Book of Love. That one. This is the second book written by Kathleen McGowan. And I haven't got the first book. I don't have the first book, but I want to read something for you from here. The Book of Love tells of the story of the line of the Magdalene. Don't quote me. That's just my understanding, okay? But I'm going to finish reading it. I stopped because I got that book back, The Reality Revolution, and I need to finish The Reality Revolution. I come to realize that. And then, interestingly enough, when that became due the second time, they renewed it without even checking with me. They just automatically renewed it, the library. This one, they renewed it today, so I'm going to read it, of course. So she gives us a bit of an excerpt in this book from the Libro Rosso. And I'll read the whole of what she says about the Libro Rosso at the end, but I'd like to read this for us here today because I feel it will change some of us. it will make us stop and think about our attitude about relationships and marriage. I know it made me stop and think, because I always think, I don't want a relationship. I don't want marriage. If I do have a relationship, I want to live as far, I don't want to live in the same house with the person or whatever, right? But listen to this, and I guess maybe it makes one stop and think, okay, if you had the high vibrational relationship, if you had the twin flame or the soul mate that you're meant to be with, would it be so bad? Well, question mark, right? And this is how it goes. I'm going to put my glasses on because my eyes are doing some funny things recently. Okay. Ooh, here we are. Okay. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But God was not a single being. He did not reign over the universe alone. He ruled with his companion, who was his beloved. And this is the first book of Moses. I can't do that with the glasses, sorry. And thus is the first book of Moses, called Genesis. God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness." As he is speaking to his other half, his wife. For creation is a miracle that occurs most perfectly when the union of male and female principles is present. And the Lord God said, "Behold, that man has become one of us." And the word, I've just botched this thing up. So I'm going to start again. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But God was not a single being. He did not reign over the universe alone. He ruled with his companion, who was his beloved. And thus is the first book of Moses, called Genesis. God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness," as he is speaking to his other half, his wife. For creation is a miracle that occurs most perfectly when the union of male and female principles is present. And the Lord God said, "Behold, that man has become one of us." And the book of Moses says, "Thus God created man in his own image, male and female created he them." How could it be that God created female in his own image if he did not have a female image? But this he does, and she was first called Atheret. And this name meant she who treads upon the sea. But it is not only the seas of our earth that this refers to. It is also upon the sea of stars, the band of light we call the Milky Way. She treads on the stars, as this is her domain, for she is the queen of heaven. And she became known by many names, and one of these is Stella Maris, the star of the sea. She is the mermaid, for mer means both love and sea. And this is why the water is often seen as a symbol of her compassionate wisdom. Another symbol used to represent her is a circle of stars that dance around a central sun, the female essence enveloping the male in her love. Where you see this symbol, you will know that the spirit of all that is divine in femininity is present. Later, Atheret of the sea and stars became known in the Hebrew as Asherah, our divine mother. And the Lord became known as El, our heavenly Father. And so it was that El and Asherah desired to experience their great and holy love in a more expressive physical form, and to share such blessings with the children they would create. Each soul who was created was matched given a twin made from the same essence. In the book called Genesis, this is told in the allegory of Adam's twin being, created from his rib, which is to say, his own essence. As she is flesh of his flesh and bone of his bone, spirit of his spirit. Then God said, as it is told through Moses, and they shall become as one flesh. Thus, the hieroskamos was created, the sacred marriage of trust and consciousness that unites the beloveds into one. This is our most holy gift from our Father and Mother in heaven. For when we come together in the bridal chamber, we find the divine union that El and Asherah wished for all of their earthly children to experience in the light of pure joy and the essence of true love. For those with ears to hear, let them hear it. And this is El and Asherah and the holy origins of Hieroskamos from the Book of Love as preserved in the Libro Rosso. When I read it like that, I know I'm complete on my own. I've taken that journey. But when I read it like that, I question that other side of me, the twin flame. I question the decision to be without the other flame. But these are not things we get hung up about. We know that if we're meant to meet our twin flame, soulmate, whatever you call it, it cannot bypass us. It's going to happen. And when it does happen, we will know that we're ready to take that step forward and do that, have that relationship, experience that. But my gosh, if that is how it is meant to be, I would like it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, let's have a good experience together with that person who gets us. Yeah. And gosh, we have taken the journey to that, right? In this lifetime, many of us have taken the journey to that person who is the twin or the soulmate and doing the best to live that life, right? Happiness and joy. Right. That's what I wanted to read from the book the last time. The thing coming up that is new and exciting for us here on the channel is a live event that's going to take place on the 25th of June, 2025. It's celebrating the new moon. It's a group of us. We are a sacred feminine group, and we will be delivering an event to bring in the sacred feminine energy, but we're holding space for specific things. So that's something to look forward to in the weeks coming. In the next week, we'll be putting out some promo for this event. Yeah. So I think I've told you all that I need to tell you about the channel update, about the books, and about our events. I really look forward to you joining us at our event on Sunday, the 15th of June. The link will be in the description box, as I said. Please register for it. We love your support. Yes, we love your support. And this helps us do what we are wanting to do, fulfilling our soul's purpose and fulfilling our purpose in your life for what we need to awaken you to. When we put out these events, when we do messages like this, because I'm about to do a light language transmission, that's what we're doing. So thank you, friends. Thank you for your time. I'm going to get the cards out if I can move it. I was just looking at the Akashic Tarot at radio. I brought some messages through with the Akashic Tarot, just come from radio. And there's just there's no mistakes. He's come out twice today. We're going to have to take him. The Divine Physician. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to take that because it's come out twice today. And Often they'll fly out, these cards, but sometimes they just like keep reappearing. And then, that's the card to take. So, it's really interesting. We're talking about the Magdalene and bringing in the divine feminine energy. And Yeshua is in the cards. Just want to see. Let's see if there's another card. Something a tarot reader said. I was talking about that earlier. She said, do we realize that we are, there's too many of these cards, And I'm going to do it. I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to do another shuffle. Back to the tarot reader. She asked, do we realize that we are going to be the ancestors of the previous of the ones following us? That when we leave here, we are the ancestors. I felt profoundly affected by that. We are going to be their ancestors when we leave here. And the question is, what do we do? What are we leaving behind for them? What are we leaving behind? And I mean, I know that's a big question, but like, what are we leaving behind for them? And what are we clearing? When I say leaving behind, I'm talking about, are we leaving behind karma that they have to clear? Because I think we are so awakened at this time. We are so on point with the ascension process. It's a sobering thought to think I'm going to be the ancestor one of these days. Not necessarily soon, but I'm closer to being an ancestor now, right? I love life on earth. I'd like to have a lot of life on earth. I'd like to have a lot of joyful, happy, well-being life on earth. And the smoke's really in on my face at the moment, right? Excuse that. But the question being is, what will I do? Have I cleared all the karma I should have? I think about the karma, and I think about the fact that clearing the karma means that it's better for the ones who have gone ahead, including me when I go ahead. It's better for me now, and it's also better for the ones following. There's so many cards flying out right now. There's so many, like loads of cards. And that's why the Akashic Tarot just, right. Oh my Lord. It's always, this has come out twice. The cards of this. So I showed you the divine position. Yeah. I'm going to take this lot because it's the second time that these three fell out together. Hilarion. Yes. Will, wisdom, and mind. And the Buddha prepares. Right. And then I'll read them and we'll do a light language. Light language. What is the intention of the light language? The light language for me, the intention is Bindu Chakra. Yeah. Clearing, balancing, aligning, opening for all of us. Okay. That's one. So that we can live our best lives here and now before we go to become ancestors. Okay. Yeah. That's one. The light language is also for us to be able to, I guess, become more aware of what we are clearing in this time of ascension, what it is that we have to carry on doing, what it is that we've done to awaken, to become more aware of what it is that we are doing here and to do it, to just get more downloads about our personal journey. That's the light code that's coming through. Awakening on our personal journey. Right, number 13 is the Buddha. And I think these are all major arcana. They're all major arcana cards in this. Let's go to the divine physician first. I'm going to read them and I will I'm just reading them, and please bear with me, friends. Sorry about this. Right, and 5 and 6. Hey. Interesting. This card, the divine physician. The divine physician stands before a wall, carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing, called dianchect by the Celts. He made the mortality wounded rise. I'll read it again. He made the mortally wounded rise again through his incantations of sacred words. This powerful, eternal healing spirit walks with you at this time. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There's a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing. Who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open. He or she is coming. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. Remember that word and thought, belief and feeling are key components in healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the divine physician's medical bag. So make sure they are a part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant light can bring well-being to all. Healer. Okay. Next card is Hilarion. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Hilarion is a powerful ascended master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic Records holds. He's the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now's the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you. Receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you're working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open to this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detection and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. This is the time to bring a logical approach to all your pursuits. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with the help and clarity and direction. Right. Oh, right. Buddha is last, I think. I'm tired, friends. Can you tell? I'm doing another sip of water. Lots of talking on radio today. So there you go. Will, wisdom, and mind. A gold crown of power and authority rests above a Celtic trinity knot. There's something about the Celtic thing today, yeah? On either side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols of fire and water. Below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance, and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally. Power and will, love and wisdom, and intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious of it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity and the water of receptivity in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you're able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take advantage of this time and use these powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you so that you can manifest their power in the world. Ascended Master, another thing about the Ascended Masters. Last card, and then we'll do our light language. The Buddha prepares. The Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak, but he won't move a muscle until he is ready. This card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Here you go. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. So, I invite you now to take a moment to breathe. Breathing in through your nose. Out through the mouth. Some people might want to do it the yoga way, where you breathe out through your nose. Feel free. I encourage you, friends, to breathe again. Take a few more breaths. We're bringing in the light codes for us to have further downloads about what we do here to clear the karma, to clear any blocks, any curses, anything that comes from past lives that was done to ancestors that we're clearing for, that others in our family line have done, that we have to clear and move forward. Because think of yourself as the future ancestors, but right now, wherever you are in your world, are you the way shower? Are you the way shower? So whatever you're clearing for yourself, always clearing for yourself, but inadvertently for the ones that have gone ahead and those that are following. We're clearing. We're giving everyone a brighter future, no matter what, because those that have gone ahead are likely to return in some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily to Earth, but maybe somewhere else. In sakafo, ehetsala huvinetu aramakatsofe, urnaka etsela bukutu farnakai. Oh, our feet firmly planted on the ground. Let's bring in the light code. Mia kurumahawe nakafaranahawe nakatamakatamateo hemene wala katavato foa wea wea we ramahai oh yeah we na 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 Horamawe tenabot kodars to tofen kiramatsule wherewe ramachayem ramawe bringing in a light code that's the colors of the rainbow. This light code is coming through. It is encompassing all of our fields right now. It's in all our fields, in our energy fields, in our emotional body, in our energy body, in our physical body, in our mental body. So this light code is clearing us. It's clearing us. Helping us now to clear out. So we've been cleared. And then we have a golden light code coming through. A scaly golden light code. This is the one. The Samaki Tuforonakai is awakening us to what our purpose is here, what we're clearing, what we must clear, what we must do. So that which is necessary to be seen as priority comes out to us. There should not be any pressure with this, but sometimes there is so much happening right now, so much happening that we can lose sight of that mission, soul contract. Whatever's going on the planet right now, the bogging down, the veil being flimsy, spirits trying to hack into our energy space, whatever's going on, all those things, be them dark, be them light, be them whatever, but there's a lot. And this is meant to come back into alignment of that. Come back and not forget your commitment to what you have inadvertently here, intuitively, what you've got, and whatever it is that you're doing on this journey, in this time and space. Yeah, Ramatsufto. Ngawe rando ranatsawene huawitsa oranatseawe huawitsa oranatam echrulamakatsowe ekeramakotsowe. Golden green is the light code coming in for the Bindu Chakra. Mercury is in a place right now where the communication is very important. But what I meant to say was Jupiter is in Cancer. I don't know why Mercury came into it, but Mercury is about communication, right? So perhaps that's why Mercury's come through, and maybe it's just a mistake I've made anyway. But Jupiter is in Cancer. Jupiter, tune into the energy of Jupiter being in Cancer. What is it that it brings to you that helps you realize your greatest potential? And at the same time, the colors are green and gold, and it is for the Bindu Chakra, because when you activate that Bindu Chakra, you can see your highest timeline. You can see that which you have to live in this time and space. No. Zachena Werokadabaham Hiramahuawenam. So the Bindu Chakra is the Alta Major. It's just there at the base of the skull, where the spine meets the skull. It's that zone that the Bindu Chakra is. Interestingly enough, the vagus nerve is also in that region. And the vagus nerve goes through your whole body. And I remember Kasi talking about it like it's the dragon within the body. And as I was thinking about the Bindu Chakra, I was thinking about the green dragon. And the green gold dragons are from Sirius. But in Zalaka Tufayna Kutuba Askut I Miskitaforana, there is something about the green dragon. Go away and say welcome. Welcome, Yakarama Fena. When get someone like it's a winner. So just joining us, coming into our space. We're welcoming you, Green Dragon. We're welcoming you, Zamakoto, for the energy space of the Bindu Chakra. Whoever's going to be there, whichever guide is coming in. Are you the dragon from Sirius? Here we go, that's the answer. Kiramatsu Faranahai. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dragons, green gold dragon of Sirius. Thank you, guides. Thank you for bringing to us our attention the Bindu Chakra. Thank you, friends, for watching. I look forward to catching you next time. I look forward to connecting with you if you are signing up for the 343 series with Kirsty Marie and I. And I look forward to your comments and your points of view. And yeah, absolutely lovely having a chat today. Thank you so much. Remember to drink your water. Yeah, I'll take a sip of mine. Also remember that when it's available to you, go out and ground yourself. Very important to do that. So much love and light to you, friends. I'll catch you next time. Namaste.